from Microblading Academy, and today we're going to teach the students how to map. Okay, this is very important. Also, thank you for watching our YouTube channel. Please subscribe and look at some of our other videos. Okay, so today we're going to start with the center of her forehead. Okay, so I marked the bottom of the caliber right here, and then I just put it down and I just slide just a little bit because I'm just trying to get a point to work with. Okay, I do one side only because if she's not happy, I don't want to have wasted the whole time mapping and then having to erase it and her saying, you know, I want it different. I do number two. Number two is with her alar, which is this little crease right here in her nose. And I kind of stand up because right here, I'm looking at her tear duct and her eye, and her alar, and I'm just gonna, I'm mapping the area where her brow should go to, okay? If her brow goes in further, I may ask her if I could brow raise it off. But I will also ask her, will you maintain this? Because if she won't maintain it, then there's no use. I'm gonna have to work around what she's willing to do. But if her brows went way in here, I'm gonna probably ask her and tell her that to fit her frame, most likely this is where it should be. Okay, now I'm gonna design the whole other side. So the next step is number 3, which is her arch, okay? We work with what they have, but if they do not have brows, this is the correct way to do it. So I'm gonna put this on her alar again. I'm gonna ask her to look straight up to the ceiling. I'm gonna look at her pupil, and I'm gonna go right to the outside of her pupil, and I'm just gonna hold this and just mark it right there, okay? So this will be the top of her arch. And then I'm gonna take this, and now I'm gonna do the outside, the furthest part of her tail, okay? So I'm gonna come all the way to, you could close your eyes now, please, to the side of her eye, and right here. That will be the tail, okay? Now I'm gonna do number 5 and 6. So I mark this, and 5 is the bottom of her brow, okay? That's where her brow is right now, and the top of her brow, okay? There. Okay, now the bottom of her brow to this side would be, this is the lowest that I want to go on her tail. The tail should never be lower than the bottom of her brow on the inside. It shouldn't come back lower than here, okay? Okay, so that's where I mark this X. Okay, now for older people, I would go this way, and I would come up to here. And the reason for that is because younger people can take a little bit lower on the brow. The older we get, our faces are saggier.
Gravity.
So we want our eyebrows to end a little bit higher to give us a look of a lift, okay? So then you come from the outside of her nose right here, and then right up to here, okay? I use a wet Q-tip in the water bottle, and I'm just gonna erase this, okay? Okay, now I'm gonna design. So from here to here is gonna be the top, and from here to here. Okay, does that make sense? So and then from the bottom, it'll go from here to here, and then from here to that point. And the tails are very important that we come to an exact V, okay? So I have already consulted with her what type of brow she would like. Okay, so she wants a little bit archier, pretty much the same, because we're gonna enhance her own brows. Her tails are very short here, so we're gonna draw on her tails. And she wants it a little boxy up here, but natural looking, okay? So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna draw it from here up to her arch right there, and then come down. And same thing right here. I'm gonna come to a real sharp point, okay? And let's say she wants a real sharp arch right here,
Yeah, that's gonna be pretty.
okay? And then on the bottom, this is the real critical part on our blading part, is that we want it really straight. It's better that this is really straight and the top could be a little bit with a little bit of hair, flare, okay? So, right here. So this is our eraser. Mhm. And when you're drawing on hair, go higher than you want it to be, because the pencil will land a little bit lower. And this is our guide to stay in between. Okay? And then we come all the way up to the bottom of her arch, and then come down. Okay? Okay, I use the mirror this way. Okay, so I'm gonna have her straight. And this gives me the direct frontal view.
Okay.
Because where you're standing, you're looking at her on an angle.
Right.
You're looking at her at an
Right.
angle. This is spot on,
Okay.
okay? So I want everybody to come take a look at how I'm looking at her. And get used to looking at the person rather than trying to get up here, or you would actually have to stand on the bed in order to look at her straight on. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So this helps a lot of
Yeah.
to save time.
It's different from over there.
Mhm.
Christina, did you notice that one of my eyebrows is different?
I haven't. I haven't looked at this.
No, I'm not the way you did them, but the way I had them, because I have a lot of it missing from my hair from, I have scars. So it wouldn't grow right there.
Okay, so we're gonna make them for you.
I mean, I just wanted to let you know that, because you're probably thinking, does she pluck them like that? No, it's just missing them, so I have
Just
to
missing,
stick them in.
okay. Now I'm gonna hand you the mirror, and then you're gonna tell me, oh, it's too sharp, it's too fat in the tail, it's too narrow on the blah, 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 you know, whatever.
No, it looks fine.
Do you love it or do you love it?
And this isn't, we're gonna take this off too, so. But this is just for, you're just being our model right now.
I was like, I can't see it because I can see it far.
Oh yeah, you don't have your glasses on.
They're not gonna be thick that way though, right? Or yeah,
Well, we're gonna go in between the
Okay.
lines.
okay.
But the darkness of the pencil makes it look a lot
Yeah,
thicker.
I've watched like 15, 20 videos. So I already got that.
Okay.
When it starts fading.
Okay, do you like
Mhm.
the tail?
Yeah.
Do you like the arch?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and do you like the square front?
Yeah.
Okay,
See, I don't have that. You noticed that, right?
right.
Okay. And this eyebrow, I do have it though.
that's why we're gonna
Yeah.
match both sides. If you like it, I could round it up. So let's say she wanted it round. Let's just,
Like a soft round?
mhm. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do that.
Oh, that's simple enough.
Yeah, this Q-tip is just the best, so, you know, and if, relax your forehead, please. Okay, so let's say she wanted this round and not as sharp,
Oh,
okay?
Oh, yeah. Do you like them rounder or do you like them square?
I like the front rounded more than I do the back. The back, you had it fine.
Okay, so relax your
Relax.
forehead. Okay, so now it's looking thicker, but it's the same. I've made it sharper, and I know when I'm taking my blade that I'm gonna come up and then I'm gonna go down. Okay? Okay, now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna match the other side, because now we know what she wants. Now I use the caliper more than I do the caliper this way. Okay, so I'm gonna measure from one side to the other. Okay. And then I'm gonna just mark with my pencil the edge, and I'm gonna take this line, and I'm just gonna slide. Just real
I need
real
to buy
lightly.
one of those.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna get one of them.
And then relax. And then I'm gonna take this right here, and I'm gonna measure from here to here, and I'm gonna mark that right here.
Oh, sweet.
I'm gonna mark the top of her arch, okay? And then we already did the thickness, so we know that from here, and I'm gonna round this up, and then I'm gonna take this forehead ruler, and I'm gonna put the V into the center line, right here. And I'm gonna measure to make sure that her arch is the same. Okay. And then I'm just gonna draw a line right here. Okay. Then if you could close your eyes, please. I'm gonna measure from the middle of her eyelashes to the top of her arch. Middle of her eyelashes to the top of the arch. Okay, so this side is a little higher. So I'm gonna just take it down a little bit to there.
Oh yeah, definitely gotta practice mapping.
This is the hardest part. Okay. Okay, can you see that this side is way higher? Do you have a phone with a light? Let me get a look. Oh, here.
Let me use this.
Okay, so right here. Do you see that?
Mm.
Do you see how much, I could visually see that this side is way higher. You see that?
Is it because she's the symmetrical?
Symmetry is.
There you go.
Her
yeah.
brow bone and
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
muscles.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask her, do you mind if I, do you have the mirror?
Here, yeah.
Take a look at it. Do you mind if I bring this down a little bit, or do you want this higher?
You mean?
This side, I'm gonna put my fingers where the tops are. Do you see that this side is a lot higher on your brow?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Yeah, because I probably messed up my eyebrows.
So do you mind?
None of ours is the same, but I'm just asking,
Yeah.
So
I just, you know what, the only thing is I don't want them so thick because I see what you're mapping,
Mhm.
but I'm the one that messed this side up because I don't have this right here. So it's not even with this, like this eyebrow is cool, this one is.
yeah,
that,
we're
you know?
gonna
Okay.
make some strokes right in here.
Yeah.
Okay, And that's why we're gonna go to the line. But what I'm asking is it okay if I take this down a little bit?
Sure.
Okay, so 99-cent store, brow razors. These can't cut them. And when you're working with clients, I'm gonna take this,
Okay.
because I don't wanna freak you out right now. But I asked them, you know, is it okay? Which means that you're gonna have to either tweeze or thread, okay? Because I'm taking it down just a little bit to match the other side, okay? So, does that make sense to everybody?
Yes.
Okay, now let's measure again. And if it's just barely off, then I'll just leave it because nobody's eyebrows are the same. Okay, now you guys see?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so I just took a little bit down, and now I'm gonna map. Okay. Need a pencil sharpener. Okay, and then I measure from this side to here. And this side to my line here. Okay, so I'm gonna turn your head a little bit, and this is my tail. And unfortunately, this pencil is very dull, and I don't know where my sharpener is right now. Okay. The other thing that I'm gonna do is I'm gonna trim her hair. Okay. Where's my eraser? Now I start getting rid of some of these lines because I don't want.
Sorry.
Okay, that's okay. Okay, I'm gonna put your head just like that. Okay, so I could see that this is higher. It's not higher, it's just crooked. And you could tweeze or you could thread on the day of. You cannot wax. Okay? And if they're, you want them picture ready, photo ready. So whatever you need to do to make the brows look as good as possible, because when they have hairs sticking out like this, you've seen some of the Instagram, it looks, if they would have just plucked a few of them, it makes it
One
a
little hair
better
can throw off
picture.
your brow game.
Yes.
Big time.
Right? Yes. We don't want that. Okay. All right, so now go ahead and take a look, please. Oh.
Relax your.
You tell a big difference from this eyebrow to this eyebrow, because I don't have nothing there.
Okay, so let me just fill it in a little bit so you can kind of imagine what we're gonna do.
You look so fabulous.
I think we should just do them in black.
Yeah, right?
Totally kidding.
Look like a cartoon character.
Like Sharpie. Where are the batteries at? Kristen? This one's kind of getting dim.
No, because I don't have it on its
Oh, I see.
strongest. But
It just seems like this one's thicker than this one, is it? And you already filled it in.
She hasn't filled in the other side though. That's why you probably think that.
yeah, a lot of it is
Yeah, there's-
deception.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, now we're gonna sit up, please. And face that way. Throw your feet over. Okay. So, everybody come behind me. If you could stand back here even. Okay, so. Critique me. What do you guys think? Is it, I'm bringing her tails up a little bit.
Yeah,
And-
round that off a little bit.
Oh, I don't like me.
I love it.
And this side, okay, take a look in the mirror. I like to ask them, this side is rounder on the bottom,
Yeah.
this side is, it comes to a point. Which one do you like better?
This one.
Okay. See, I like this side, but it's not up to me, so we always ask them. And usually what I like, they don't like. Okay. Okay. Better?
Yeah.
Okay. This side is a little bit rounder and thicker here than this side. Which one do you like better?
I think I like this one better. than
Okay.
that one.
So we're gonna take this side down a little bit. Okay.
So you purposely like make it different on each eyebrow?
No.
Or you just do it? Oh, it was just.
I just did it different.
Oh, okay.
You know, because it's hard to do it exactly the
human.
same.
Yeah, yeah.
So I'm human.
Okay.
And then you ask them,
Okay.
when you notice it, like, oh, this side is pointier, this side is rounder, which one do you like better?
Yeah.
Okay, and relax your forehead.
No, put it back. They don't look right.
What?
This one doesn't look right. Where you cleaned it right here,
Uh-huh.
I think it's gonna look probably a little bit better if it's pointed, like squared.
You like
Yeah,
it square?
it's too rounded.
Okay.
Can you see that?
Wait, what are you gonna do?
It's just, I want it to go up a little bit, right here. It's still too rounded. Right there, on the bottom, right there. No, go right.
Here?
Go up, yeah, right there. See?
Okay, well then we gotta match this side.
Okay.
Okay, and we're gonna, if it's close enough, you wanna start. Okay, because if it's way off, like this is like this, then we're gonna keep doing it until it's close. But if she keeps going, then we have to start, because this is just pencil.
Yeah.
And every time I make a change, what we wanna do at the very end is find out from her, is this now with the blade I'm gonna be doing, she's gonna say, I want one more here, and I'm gonna take the ink and I'm gonna just go, because you're noticing that when I do one more line, it made a huge difference.
Mhm.
So it's not like I'm doing a lot of difference, but if we keep doing this for another 15 minutes, it's gonna be a mess.
Yeah.
Okay, we won't be able to tell what's what. And then it's gonna start being deceiving to her even,
Yeah.
okay? You good? Okay,
I'm sitting here looking at.
we're gonna
my
do it again,
response.
because,
You're just practice for us.
we're gonna erase that, but thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, all righty.